Good afternoon, parents, teacher, and friends. Welcome back to Canisius Education Fair 2021. It's an honor for me, Reinhard Bunardi, to be the host in this session. And now, we are going to hear the presentation from the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Without further ado, I would like to invite our speaker, Ms. Zorian Wong. Ms. Zorian, the stage is all yours.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone from Jakarta and from Canisius. This is Surian. I'm from the Undergraduate Recruitment and Admissions Office of the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. It's an honor to have the time to speak with Canadian students, parents, and teachers. And I know I have 30 minutes, so I will really best utilize the time. Before I go to the real presentation, let me just charm you and attract you and tempt you with our very beautiful campus, which is one of the reasons many students choose to come to Hong Kong, come to HKUST. Now, I hope after watching the video, you are charmed by our campus, because again, just like I said, and for my virtual background here, we do pride ourselves to have more, if not the only or the best campus in the whole world, at least one of the very best, most spectacular campuses in the whole world. So this is HKUST, and let me just start sharing the PowerPoint now. And I'm sure you'll be fascinated by HKUST. So we are a very young university. We were established in 1991. So if you do your math, you will know that we are celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. So a very young university and a very beautiful campus there as well. I'm showing this picture again after showing you the video. The reason is because you will see that the first row of buildings are really student residential halls, and they all are overlooking the spectacular sea view in front of them. We try to provide the best environment, the best location for students. So every morning when they push open the window, they will have this fascinating sea view in front of them. Just like I said, many students choose to come to HKUST because of the beautiful campus. And if you haven't really been to Hong Kong, haven't been to HKUST, I assure you, after visiting our campus, you will fall in love with it, and no doubt will become one of your destinations for your college choice. And as I said, we are a very young university, but just for the 3 decades, we have achieved a lot. Internationally, globally, our ranking is very, very high. We are a young university, and among all the world's young universities, which are those universities with less than 50 years of history, we are number 2 in the whole world. In the past decade, we have been in the first, in the second, in the third, but then you will see we are top 3 among all the young universities. That's quite an achievement. So this is the QS Young University Ranking 2021, the latest one. What about including everybody, including all those universities with hundreds of years all around the world? There are thousands of them. We are 34th in the world. And we've been in the top 50 for the past decade again. So academically, HKUST is very, very strong. And in Asia, we're a top university in Asia as well. So if you're thinking of staying in Asia for your higher education, you're thinking about top high quality education, HKUST should definitely be one of your choices. So these are our academics. What about our students? What about their career path? In the middle, there's a ranking that says Global Employability Ranking 2020. Again, this is the latest one. So this is what, it's an European agency. They interview headhunters, recruiters, and human resources personnel from multinational corporations, among 3,000 of them from 20 different countries. And they do this survey every year, and they ask them a simple question. Graduates from which university they would consider more employable. And HKUST graduates are considered the 26th most employable globally, and it's even higher than HKUST's academic ranking based on QS World University ranking there. So it tells you after 4 years at HKUST, you don't have to worry not finding a job, not getting an offer. It's very likely you will have more than one offer upon graduation or even before you graduate. I will tell you a little bit more why this is so. So academically, this is very strong. Our faculties all have PhD. They are PhD holders, and their PhDs are from the world's top universities. So there are about 700 of them, providing high quality education for our students. We are a research university. All our faculties do research, and many of their journals publish articles, got citations, and one of the reasons making HKUST's academic ranking so high, and ever since 10 years ago now. And we are pioneering in many, many aspects, especially in program provisions. We always say that at HKUST, there is always something new, and it reflects in our program provision. We have a number of Asia's very first, and we even have world's first and world's number 1. Just some examples here. Nowadays, online open courses are very popular, but about more than 10 years ago, when the world has Coursera and edX, HKUST was the first one in Asia to partner with them and provide Asia's very first massive online open courses. So always the number 1 there. And as a research university, we are again Hong Kong's or even Asia's very first to provide undergraduate research opportunities program. So this is a program that allowing undergraduate students to partner with or join the research team of our faculties. Just like I mentioned, our faculties all do research. Even starting from your year 1, you can through the Europe program, that's the undergraduate research opportunities program, to join our faculty's research projects and work with them. Or if you have your own research topic, you can have a supervisor from our research, from our faculties, have them as your supervisor and guide you to do your own academic research. So for those students who really are looking into postgraduate academics and doing scientific academic research, this is a really good opportunity for students to accumulate their research experiences. And even if you're not really thinking about academics, this is again a very good opportunity for you to just try out what academic research is all about and help to learn how to solve problems using the research method there. So think about it. Now, when you do your college research, when you look for your college options, you will first think what's your interested area, then you look for the rankings and you find the programs and look for the institutes. But what about if you have multiple different interests? How about if you cannot find a program that could really cater your very diverse interests? Have you ever thought about creating your own program? So through the individualized interdisciplinary major here, we give our student the chance to design their own major. It's pretty forward-looking, it's avant-garde, and it's quite demanding, but that's the support we provide our students. Of course, we have very good programs, but even if you like to design your own program, you will have all the supports HKUST has to help you to achieve what you wish to achieve. Nowadays, we are always talking about cross-disciplinary, interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary, all those very, future words. But HKUST is always looking at the future. And over a decade ago, we already established the interdisciplinary programs office. And now over a quarter of our programs, or our undergraduate programs, over a quarter of them are cross-disciplinary joint school programs. And you can do different combinations as well. So we do provide a lot of very pioneering program provisions here. So all these are Asia's one first. What about the world's very first? At the bottom there, you will see there's a program called World Bachelor of Business. This is actually the world's very first triple degree joint university program. So we partner with the University of Southern California in US and University Bocconi in Milan, Italy to provide the world's very first joint university program. So always something new, and a number of Asia's first and even the world's very first. Come here, you will always have something new there. So the WBB is one of the joint university program we have, and we have other joint university programs here. I'm not going to detail of that. Like I mentioned, we do see the needs of the future, like transdisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and this is the full list of all the joint school programs and cross-disciplinary programs that we provide. And we are even expanding it. So now, starting from last year, we created a major new framework. It's called extended major. So on top of your first major, it can be any of the majors, you will have the option of doing an extended major. The first option is artificial intelligence. If you apply for engineering or science, then you will have the option of doing an extended major in artificial intelligence. And starting from this year, even if you're a business student, you can do AI as well. And we have a new extended major that's digital media and creative arts, because we do see the needs. Digital media and creative arts and artificial intelligence are very future there. So we provide all our students the chance to study it, to learn it, and to acquire the skills and the techniques to help you prepare for your future career path. We have a lot of opportunities for students, not just about academics, not just about research. We have internship, of course. We have exchange opportunities. We have case competitions. We have service learning. We have all that. And we are a very international campus here. So at HKUST, we really provide a lot of opportunities for you to achieve what you wish to achieve. If you like to be an entrepreneur, we have the $1 million entrepreneurship competition. We have all the supports for a student to do their startups. So come here, will you do? So internship, 82% of our students have internship experiences before they graduate. That's one of the reasons making our students' employability so high up in the world, because they have become so acquired the techniques or skills of the industry and the market force there. And unemployment rate is unthinkable. 98% of students got one job offer or are employed before graduation. And for the remaining 2%, no worries, they just choose not to work. It's not because they don't have any job offer there. So like I said, come here after 4 years, you will have job offers, no doubts, and many of you may have more than just one job offer. We are a very international campus. As a government-funded university, the Hong Kong government capped our non-local students at no more than 20% of the local population. And among the 20%, a lot of them will be from Southeast Asia, from Asia. Indonesia is one of our feeder countries. So you will find a lot of your fellow Indonesians on campus. And we do have over 80 nationalities on campus there. So would you like to be your own boss? Would you like to be a startup boss? Come here, entrepreneurship, you will have the support. Just like I said, we will help you to achieve what you wish to achieve. Now, very quickly, let me go through the admission process there. We are a research university. We don't have many of the programs like medicine, don't have, architecture, no there, psychology, no. But we do focus in 4 major areas, that is science, engineering, business, humanities, and social science, and providing over 49. Why do you see a plus there? Because the extended major can be a combination of many different first majors. That's why we put down 49 plus and 24 minors. And curriculum is very flexible. You can have one major, you can have one major with extended major, you can have major and minor, you can have dual major, and we have dual degree as well, and joint university program. So very, very flexible. When you apply, you see we have 49 majors, but when you apply, you have only 20-something application choices because some of them are what we call the school-based application choices. You don't apply for a specific program, but you apply to the whole school. If you're interested in computer science, computer engineering, civil engineering, you do not apply to this individual program, but you apply to the engineering school. There's only one option. But if you're interested in artificial intelligence, there's the engineering plus artificial intelligence. So remember carefully, if you're interested in any of the engineering major like computer science, you apply to engineering. Science school, only 2 options. Science A will be math and physics, and for science B, that's anything related to biology and chemistry. So these are what we call the school-based application choices. But all the other joint school program, interdisciplinary program, and all the business schools individual programs, you can directly apply. And underline a note there, business school can also apply via the school-based application choice, but they are also opening for program for you to directly apply. That's why we have 49 majors, but only 20-something application choices. So application timeline here, it will open on 27th of September, and there's an early bird deadline. We always encourage you to apply early because you will hear from us the admission offer and scholarship offer by end of December. And we usually say there are more scholarship options or scholarship opportunities by the early bird deadline. The main round will end on 14th of January, and for main round applicants, you will hear from us from late January onwards. So requirements, I'm not going to detail. If you're using the Indonesian national examination, this is the qualification that we require. That's the senior high school graduation certificate. Reference score for students who got admitted through this examination, the overall average is 85% or above. This is not the minimum score requirement. Of course, it is not the highest one. This is a reference for you to consider that. We do accept other qualifications as well. So if you know your friend are doing IB, GCA level, or SAT AP, or Canadian or Australian, we do accept them. So you can scan the QR code and find out the details there. Some reference score for these qualifications, IB, our reference score is 36 to 40. All these information are online. You can check it one by one. We use English as the teaching medium, so we do have an English language requirement. You can use TOEFL or IELTS or GCA level or O-level English to fulfill. If you use TOEFL, it will be internet-based 80. If you're using IELTS, it's overall band 6.0. Make sure you check out the subject-specific requirement of the program or the school that you apply to. For example, if you try to apply for engineering, they require you to have senior level math, and one of the yellow dots that will be vacant by computer studies and statistics. So senior level math plus one of the yellow dots there. So check out the subject-specific requirement for the schools or programs you are interested in. Only the programs listed here will require interview. All the other schools and qualifications or majors do not require interviews. So if you do not receive an interview invitation from the programs not listed here, no worries. Many students got in HKUST without an interview. Fees and scholarship, we always say we're value for money because we're charging many times lower than those in UK, US, and Canada. We're charging 18,000 US tuition fee a year. As compared to US, UK, Australia, we're much lower, only half of that than the US. Including everything like accommodation and living expenses, it costs about 22,000 US to 26,000 US a year. We do have very generous scholarships, and admission scholarships are on merit based. You do not need to apply separately. You will be considered automatically when you apply for admissions to HKUST, and you will receive the admission offer together with the scholarship offer. So you can consider the scholarship offering when you decide whether you wish to accept the admission offer here. I'm not going to go into detail with the scholarship there. We do have non-academic scholarships as well. If you have achievement in any areas, pretty much, you can apply for the beyond academic admissions scholarship there. So this one requires application. Do check it online on our website. We are on all social media platforms, such as HKUST admissions on YouTube, on Facebook, IG, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. So we are on all those. And you can talk to your Indonesian seniors through our Unibuddy program there as well. We will have our virtual info day on 25th of September, which is 2 weeks from now. It's a Saturday. You can talk to individual faculties and students on 25th of September. Just join us then, and you can, join all the live sections and talk to our student and faculties there. So the info day, HKUST. That's all for me. Let's see if we have more questions now.
Thank you very much, Ms. Zorian, for the very interesting presentation. So now we are going to enter the question and answer session. I think it's only going to be 1 or 2 questions maximum. So the first question is from Ignatius Branchai. He asked, do we need to have ASK test before applying? If yes, what is the minimal level of HK needed?
We require students to supply junior level qualification. So their minimum requirement is their senior high school graduate certificate, but we also require junior ones, but then there's no minimum there. And we do not set minimum even for their SMJ, SMA there. So there's no minimum requirement.
Okay, so for the second question is from Stanley Widya Hedlin. He asked, can we social studies students enter the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology? And if possible, what majors are available?
Social science, did you say?
Social studies.
Social studies. So we have humanities and social science school, and they have 2 programs now offered. So the first one is Global China Studies, and the second one is Quantitative Social Analysis. The quantitative social analysis program is related to big data analysis on social issues. And the first one, Global China Studies, of course, is using an international perspective to look at China's global relations and everything about China. So these are the 2 social science school and humanities social science school programs there. Have I answered the question? Is that what the student like to know?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. The third question is from Jefta Amaziabel. He asked about the double degree being offered by the university, and is there any full scholarship for some majors being offered?
First of all, we do have scholarship, full scholarship, and even with living allowance up to 55,000 Hong Kong dollars, that's the highest amount of scholarship offering. It doesn't really matter what program you're applying to. All the programs you apply to offer scholarships, and you will be considered automatically. It is not program specific. It's not school specific. Any major you apply to, you will be considered automatically for a scholarship. And for the double degree, or we will name it as the dual degree in technology and management, just like I said, there is no specific scholarship, but you will be considered automatically for scholarship. So of course, the highest amount will be full tuition fee waived for all 4 years, plus a living allowance of 55,000 Hong Kong dollars a year, renewable for all 4 years.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer. The next question is from Gregorius Yoga. The question is, he want to ask about part-time jobs. Are there any rules that limits the time to do part-time job in the university?
This is not the guideline that's set by HKUST. It is an immigration policy. And before non-Hong Kong student, you are allowed to work on campus during the semester time for up to 10 hours per week, up to 10 hours per week during semester time and on campus only. But outside campus time, like during summer or winter, if you got internship, some of the internship are paid and there's no limitation there. But during semester time, up to 10 hours per week. And I can tell you the hourly rate at HKUST is 63 Hong Kong dollars an hour. So if you work for 10 hours, that will be 630 Hong Kong dollars. And for all 4 weeks, you will have 2,000 something Hong Kong dollars as your pocket money there. So we do have a lot of part-time job on campus.
Okay, thank you for the answer. The next question from Federico Dominic. If we are interested in academic research during our study, will the university help us looking for a research grant, or should we ourselves look for it?
First of all, there's the Undergraduate Research Opportunities Program, which over 100 of our faculties provide over 300 different research projects every year in the fall spring for students, for undergraduate students to apply to. So you can just choose any of the 300 research projects led by our 100 faculties and see if there's any research project that you're interested in. You don't need to really restrict yourself to the research project that is led by your own school's faculty. Say if you're an engineering student, but you are interested in an economic research project led by a business school faculty, you can still apply to it. And of course, the faculty may like to interview you to see why you're interested. So it's a two-way. You meet with the professor, and of course, you will have the chance to engage in that research project as well. So if you have your own research topic, you will need to find the faculty who's related to your research topic and invite him to be or him or her to be your supervisor. So it's workable and it happens all the time here.
Thank you, Ms. Zurian. Before I end this session, is there any closing statement or maybe a word of encouragement for Indonesian applicants this year?
Well, I would just say that students tend to ask a lot of questions. So what's the minimum score I need to get before that, so then guarantee my entry into your university? They always like to ask what's the score and what's the reference score. Of course, the score is important, but then if you do not apply, if you do not submit the application, you will not even have the chance of getting in. So apply is the first thing you need to do, and then work hard, study hard, get good grades, get good scores, then you buy yourself a chance. And do not really make your option, your program choice based on the easiness or more difficultness or the career path based on your interest. That's my advice. Always choose the program that you're really interested in. That's the best reason that will help you get through the 4 years, because you're studying something you're interested in. So whether there's a good career path, it shouldn't be the major reason that you decide which major you're trying to apply to. Apply and choose the major you're interested in and study hard and get good grades. And I will see you next year or a year after next on our HKUST campus there.
Okay, thank you very much, HKUST and Ms. Zorian, for the presentation. If
Thank
any of the
you.
audiences want to know more about HKUST, you can find it on Canisius Education Fair official app and website. This is Reinhardt, and the event is sponsored by
Will it be keep? Oh, okay. I assume my voice is not, on YouTube now.